Spectacular! English forever!
Christmas Story. Christmas Story, also known as a Christmas story or Christmas song, is a ghost story that has enjoyed the public's favor from the moment it appeared and is one of the great Dickens classics. This book chronicles the disturbing night that Ebenezer Scrooge, a miserable and stingy old man who is one of the most finished representations of the misery in the history of literature and another of the unforgettable characters of Dickens' wide gallery, passes on to the eve of this holiday. The visit of the spectrum of this former partner, Jacob Marley, parades before Scrooge the vision of the spirits of Christmas past, present, and future, attempting to move his heart so that something will change. With this tender story, the authors set out to remove the consciousness of his readers and convince them of the need to be kind and to practice charity in an unfair world. The cartoon, the social restlessness, and the feeling achieved by Charles Dickens in this narrative keep his ability to move and make enjoyment intact even today. Letters to Santa. A beautiful book with the handwritten, transcribed, original letters that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to his children posing as Santa Claus and the polar bear. Every year in the month of December, the children of J.R.R. Tolkien received letters from Santa Claus. This book collects all the extraordinary drawings and letters from the first note for his eldest son in 1920 to the last and poignant correspondence with his daughter in 1943. In these letters, Santa Claus told wonderful stories about life in the North Pole, how all reindeer escaped and spread gifts everywhere, how the polar bear, very likely to cause accidents, climbed the North Pole and fell through the roof of Santa Claus's house, landing in the lounge, how he broke the moon into 4 pieces and made the Moon Man fall to the backyard of his house, what happened in the wars against the annoying people of goblins that inhabited the caves under the house. Sometimes the polar bear made a scribble, and sometimes Ilberith, the elf, wrote a message with its elegant and fluid lyrics, adding even more life and humor to the stories. The Gift of the Magi. This story is very cute and beautiful. In it, we will see what a poor couple is willing to do to make the other happy on Christmas Day, what each one sacrifices to see the faces of happiness when delivering gifts, and the great sacrifice they make on that special day. We even find it very touching and are aware of how wonderful love is, even while suffering hardships as they happen. At least they feel happy to be with each other and in their own way. Show that special love that is unique on Christmas Day. A Christmas Memory. This is one of the most celebrated stories of Truman Capote. The sensitivity with which he describes his main character touches his audience without abusing sentimentality. Here too, as in other stories, Capote introduces unusual characters, which are not simple eccentrics. These English characters are known as offbeat characters. The story is told by an adult named Buddy. It is a quick story to read, capable of touching the sensitive fiber in an enduring way. The main theme, apart from the author's childhood biographical journey, deals with the true importance of small things and the value of unconditional friendship. The small adventures that star the 2 cousins seem to be accompanied by a happiness that emerges from the pages that contrasts with the absolute gray of the situation in a hostile environment. The Nutcracker and the King of Mice. In the field of literature, it is known with the title The Nutcracker and the King of Mice to a Christmas children's story, born from the pen of the Persian writer Ernst Theodor Amadeus Hoffmann in the year 1860, and that throughout the years has become a classic of universal literature as well as a Christmas tradition. Likewise, almost 80 years after its writing, Russian choreographers Marius Petipa and Lev Ivanov, together with the composer Pyotr Tchaikovsky, took a version of Alejandro Dumas on the original story of Ernst Theodor Amadeus Hoffmann, creating the Nutcracker Ballet. which has since been interpreted by hundreds of ballets worldwide, becoming a true Christmas classic in some countries, such as Venezuela, where it is masterfully performed year after year in December by the Teresa Carreño Theater Ballet, that which has made it part of its repertoire and one more tradition to add for its nationals. And as you can see with these famous Christmas readings, it's more than simple tales. It's biographical and it's magical. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of Feedback LearnX, and stay tuned next week at 9:15 p.m. on Thursday night.
Feedback Learning, English Forever. Estamos en sintonía. Feedback Learning, English Forever.